So we're going to be covering form enhancement. And we're basically going to do some custom validation in our JavaScript forms. So HTML5 has its own validation, which is not uniform in any way. So basically what we're going to do is turn that validation off, and we're going to create our own. And ours is going to look a little bit more professional than the HTML5 validation. So you are going to want to read through the chapter in the book, and you're going to want to go through the key concepts. And so what I did is I've split this into a couple different sections. The first two are required, and it talks about how to do the validation and error handling using JavaScript, and then how to basically do the same thing in jQuery. Then we go through section 3, how to process HTML5 form elements. And this is a review. The reason I included it is because you are going to have to be pulling the data from forms using JavaScript. And so what I did to help you out is if you have to pull the data from a checkbox, you can click on this link and it takes you to the section in the page that tells you how to do that using JavaScript. Okay, and that's what you need to know. And if you need to pull data from a data list, this takes you to the spot in the page that tells you how to do that in JavaScript. Okay, so this is what I call a required review because you are going to need to do this in your assignment. Okay, so you're going to want to make sure you're familiar with the JavaScript needed to access form data. The last section is totally optional if you kind of have forgotten about DOM events and event objects. You can review the document. It is something that we covered earlier in the semester. So that is the lecture demo. And then you're going to move on to the programming assignment. And for the assignment, I'm providing some files for you to download. You are going to be validating the same form, but you're going to be doing it with JavaScript, and then you're going to be doing it with jQuery. So you'll download the form and save it as Vacation Club JavaScript, and then you're going to download this one and save it as Vacation Club jQuery. Both can go to the same confirmation page, both can use the same CSS, and both will use the same graphic. What will be different is the JavaScript that is in each. And right now, if you select the link, what you're getting is the HTML5 validation. Okay, so that is all part of HTML5. Okay, and you are going to be turning that off and creating your own custom validation. So first thing you're going to do is add the custom JavaScript validation. This is similar to the example that I have in the lecture demo. And you can see you've got to add no validate. You have to add the span tags. At the bottom, you're going to add, a script tag for your JavaScript. And then you've got to actually create that JavaScript file. And it will be similar to the one that we went through in the lecture demo. Then you will add your jQuery validation. So in the form that you created for jQuery, you will need to pull in the jQuery library and the validate plugin, because that's what we're using for this. And remember to pull in the jQuery library first and the validate library second. Okay, and then you'll modify your form tag, changing the action in the tag. And then you're going to create a little file called vacationclubjquery.js. And the contents of that file will be similar to this example, okay, as far as the error handling goes. And once you've got both of these, you're going to link them into your assignment page, and you will be done with the exercise. This is a relatively short assignment, giving you some time to work on your term project if it is not done. Keep in mind that your term project is, the due date for that is coming up. And you will notice that it is due on a Sunday night instead of Tuesday, and that is to give everyone adequate time for you to do your showcase and for them to view your project. If you run into any problems with this assignment, let me know. Have a great week and good luck on those projects and your third milestone.